Alrighty, welcome to our team call. Today is March 12th and it's 2019. Lots of things to celebrate in the chat, so we're really excited to have everyone on this call. And we do have a guest speaker tonight, but I'm going to go into recognition super quick to recognize all of your awesomeness. If you are brand new, we start all of our calls like this, so if you've been on the calls and you're like, I've seen this already, sorry, you're saying it again. So first of all, I wanted to welcome all of our new coaches to the call. This is awesome. If you made it here and you made it to your team call, you are doing something right in your business, and we are really proud of you for that. We wanted to just kind of give you a couple tips if you are brand new and you just got started. So the first thing is you want to commit to your Beachbody Challenge, which is your program, and you want to get results. This is your time to create your 30-day results in your business. This is for your business, it's for your life too. So you want to make sure you're committing to a program from start to finish, you're finishing it out, you're giving it your all, and you're getting results. Because that's how you're going to build proof in the product, which is one of your vital behaviors, and that's how people are going to want to know what you're doing. Because if you're not doing anything, then they're not going to be asking you about anything. So number one is to stick to your challenge and get results. Number two, we want you to practice the vital behaviors. Number one of the vital behaviors is what I just said: stick to your challenge, get results. So be proof that the products work. You know, drinking your shake every day, staying active with your 90 PV every month so that you can qualify for Success Club. Connecting, inviting, and following up with people. So as you start sharing, you're going to be talking to people about what you're doing and sharing this amazing opportunity with them, this gift that you have to share. So that's important that you're doing that every day as well. You want to help other people get results, because that's what we do. That's why you're a coach. That's why you're here. It's not just to help yourself get results. You wouldn't be on this call if that's the only reason why you're here. So you want to help others get results, and you do want to be doing personal development. I know that Emmy recommended this really awesome book, and I stand by her with that. This book is great. You Can Heal Your Life. If you're brand new, you've never did personal development before, read it. If you are already into personal development, read it. It's great. And I'm going to start recommending that to new coaches to start with. And it's important to do that because your mindset is your key motor. It's the motor to your business. And if your motor's broken and your mindset's really crappy, then your business isn't really going to go anywhere. Number three, we want to make sure that you hit Success Club every single month. And that just means that you're helping 3 people. You're helping your first 3 challengers or your first 3 coaches. And you're doing that every month. It's not something you do one month and then you don't do it again, and then you do it another month and then you don't do it. It's something you want to get into a habit of doing. And when you help your first 2 people and you sign those 2 people up as coaches, you're not only almost hitting Success Club there, you're also achieving what's called Emerald rank. So you can knock those 2 things out with one swoop of 2 people that you're getting started on your team. And you want to become what's called a success starter. So in your first 3 months, you want to help 3 people. Month 1, month 2, month 3, what that's going to do is get you the title of success starter, which is awesome. You get a little badge when you go to Summit. You get a free ticket to Summit. I do have to edit that. I believe now we're into the free ticket for 2020 Summit. But if you want to go to 2019 Summit, you can still purchase your ticket. And if you're serious about this business, I really encourage you to do that. Number 4, complete your Start Strong checklist, which your coach should have given to you. If you are looking for that, it's in the team page, whether it's in the banner or on the calendar post, whatever page that you're in, you will find that. This is for brand new coaches to complete before your first call. Book your call once that's done, and just start plugging into our self-paced trainings, being on team calls, and if you're here, you're doing the right thing. And then the other thing is to duplicate. So everything that you're learning, you're duplicating within your team, within your business. That's how this business works, on duplication. What you learn, you pass it on, and that's how all of us are here and how all of us are having success. So let's dive into our recognition. I want to recognize our life changers. These are people who are on the Success Club board. So our top life changer so far is Emmy Schneider-Green with 8, myself with 8 as well. Then with Success Club 4, we have Valeria Hernandez, which apparently is one word. Sarah Jennings is also one word. Natalie Balsamo and Allison Spaeth. And with Success Club 2, we have Alexa Verink, Amber Salmon, Chelsea Wisbar, Brittany Swanson, Chasmer, Angela Edwards, Sammy Glowacki, and Kayla Spray, who's brand new. So congrats to you for getting your name up here for your first month. And we have changed a total of 22 lives so far, which is amazing. So kudos to us. We are awesome. I want to recognize our top tribe leaders as well. We have 3 tied for the lead. We have Emmy, Sarah, and Natalie, all with 2 new coaches. With 1 new coach, we have Alexa Varing, Kayla Spray, Megan Scott, Angela Edwards, myself, Amber Salmon, I should only be on there once, sorry, Valeria Hernandez, and Cameron Walker, who just hit Emerald, so congrats to you. He's on this call. And we've added 15 new teammates so far this month as well. And our top PV producers, we have myself with 1439, Natalie, in the 1000 club, we have Natalie, Emmy, Lauren, Carolyn, which is me, my first business center. It's confusing when there's 2, but it's when you have 2 business centers, that's why. And then in the 700 club, we have Valeria, Robin, and Randy. In the 500 club, we have Christy, Sammy, and Lindsay Hall. And in the 300 club, we have Madeline, Karina, Jen, Emmy's second business center, I believe, Jessica, Allison, Rebecca, Chelsea, Jennifer, Alice, Victoria, Kelsey, Amber, Brent, Tara, and Brianna. So congrats if your name is up here. Big shout out to our coach of the week, Kayla Spray. She is a brand new coach. She helped her first person. She's halfway to Emerald, and she's been super consistent on her fitness journey in our challenge group, and she's just having so much fun with it, which is the most important thing. So congratulations to you. I know you're working right now, but if you're watching the recording, we are very proud of you. And a couple more things. Get to Summit. If you are not registered to go, get registered. The tickets are on sale now. I think it's like $165. After that, they're going to be more expensive. And if you get them there, they're like $300. So don't do that. You definitely want to be there. Rachel Hollis is amazing. And just going to Summit is so important for your business and just so important for you to go there. If you want to build a team, like, you're going to want them to go there too. So you have to lead by example and be there. And it's a lot of fun. It's not like I'm asking you to go to like something boring. Like, I'm asking you to go to something that's really fun. So you definitely want to be there. I couldn't think of something boring. I guess that shows. And then the last thing is you want to earn a spot at these events. These are some events you can earn your spot at this year. One being our Diamond Retreat. We have leadership retreats. We have Success Club trips, which we're actually going on a cruise in 2 weeks with the team. And these are things you can earn by hitting Success Club, by hitting Diamond, by rank advancing your business. Also, Summit, you can earn photo ops with the trainers. There's one going on right now for the cruise. So if you're going on the cruise, you can earn a photo op. Just check the FAQ to find out how. You can also earn your spot at NLC. You have to be 1 star to get to that. And then you can go to our Elite Leadership Retreat, which is in Arizona. And you have to be 5 star to attend that. So I'm sharing these with you now so that you can start to see the vision for where you want to go in your business. What are some of the things that you want to attend and some of the things you want to be at, so you can start setting those goals and start working towards those. Oh, that's a blank screen. What happened? Okay, and 3 little announcements. I already mentioned the photo op. If you're going on the cruise, you can earn a celebrity photo op, so check the FAQ for that. The Ultimate Portion Fix is now available for coaches, so if you haven't dived into that yet, please do so. It's really great for your business. I'm learning so much. I thought I knew everything about the containers, and I really did not. So it's great for you. It's great for your business. You're going to be able to help people so much better if you have this knowledge, and it's just one more thing that you can, like, gives you a little edge versus a coach who doesn't have that. And then the subscription orders report in the coach office is awesome. Now you're able to see if your coaches or challengers have Shakeology on HD, Performance Line on HD, Beachbody On Demand. There, you can literally customize it, and it's really cool. So go check that out when you get a chance. Alrighty, sorry. So now we get to introduce our guest speaker, and I hope I do not say your name wrong. It's Ashley Schoen, right? Is that how you say it? Shane? Is she here? Did she disappear?
I'm here. Yeah, you're right.
Shane, okay. I thought you disappeared for a second. And I'm really excited to have her speak on our call tonight. I had the pleasure of speaking to her team last night about block scheduling. and lots of nerdy teacher things. But today she is going to talk to us about her journey from Emerald to Elite, which is something that she was able to accomplish with her team last year. She has been a coach for less than 2 years in this business. She's a mom, and she, went 5-star Elite in a year, which is really freaking awesome. So I'm excited to hear all of her best practices and tips and all the knowledge that she is going to share with you tonight. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to you. Thank you for being here, and the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much for having me. All right, guys, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through my journey. I'm going to give you a little background on me and just kind of tell you what the last 18 months of my life has looked like. So some background, I come from health and fitness. I grew up an athlete, a lover of sports, went to college, played volleyball, basketball, softball, went to school to be a nurse, and then on to be a nurse practitioner. That was my way to use my love for health and fitness to help people be healthy. I had always thought like, oh yeah, being a personal trainer would be great, but how did I make that happen? And I could never find a way to have a sustainable career in that, or at least so I thought. My first job as a nurse practitioner wasn't great. And so I saw the value in enjoying what you do for a living and how important it was to have a job that was fulfilling. So my husband and I took a huge leap, and we moved 600 miles to South Carolina away from family, and I took my dream job as a nurse practitioner in a large trauma center ER. So I had life figured out. We decided we were going to have a baby. Life was going to be great. I was still going to work out and exercise, and I was going to go back to work full time. I had 2 fears pre-baby that totally went out the window, but one was losing sleep and one was getting out of shape. I'd worked really hard to stay in shape, and I just didn't want that to happen. And it just so happened when I was pregnant, I stumbled upon a mom who was sharing how to get her kid to sleep through the night. And I'm like, oh my gosh, sign me up. I got to follow this lady. And she happened to have left a 6-figure job as an engineer to come home and coach. And she had a 6-pack of abs. And I was like, what the heck is this lady doing? I want to do what she's doing. And I was one of those people who followed her for a long time. I talked about coaching, how much I was excited about it, how much I wanted to do it. My husband was always like, it's too good to be true. There's some kind of catch, yada, yada, yada. Well, after I had my son, I had a 2-month scare with a rare form of breast cancer. And in those 2 months, everything changed. I didn't care about my job anymore. I vividly remember laying in bed one night, thinking about the letters I'd write my son for the moments I was afraid I was going to miss, for his first T-ball game, his first day at school, his dance, first day he got married, when he became a dad himself. And it wasn't about me missing those moments. It was really about him not having me there. And so I just wanted to be home. I wanted to enjoy all those little things with him. And so I'm like, well, this lady's doing this. I got to get this 30 pounds of baby weight off, because it ain't going nowhere, and I'm not getting to the gym. Who the heck thought I was going to go to the gym with a newborn? So I signed up for a sneak peek, and I asked one question. And I said, am I still allowed to run and be a coach? Like, am I allowed to do that? And she said, yes. And I dove all in. I knew nothing about Beachbody other than a pirated copy of P90X abs that I had had in college. But I knew I loved health and fitness. I knew that I could get back into shape, and why not share this journey? Why not see like the real side of motherhood, not the pretty side that I was seeing all over my Facebook? Because it's like left and right, moms are getting back in their skinny jeans a month after, wearing bikinis. I'm like, what are they? They're crazy. So I wanted to show that raw side and be real and open with people. And so that's what I did. I started 30 pounds overweight, and that was my coming out post as a coach. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to do this. You can come do this with me. And I wasn't too sure, like, okay, I got to do a challenge group. I have to figure out how to help people get healthy. And so what I did was got friends and family together in a group, and I'm like, all right, let's just try to like exercise. I don't care what the heck you do. Come in here and let's post, and let's see if we can get this working, this virtual community, this gym thing that people were talking about. And I had really good luck with it. I'm like, okay, this is a good step to get started. October came around, and it was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so I'm like, let's do a group centered around breast cancer awareness. Let's get people moving for a good cause that lowers your risk for breast cancer. See what, this sense of community can do. And it took off. And I ended up getting people signing up from that. So I'm like, okay, this is working. I just kept sharing mom life. I was attracting moms to me because I was starting to get results and they wanted to see what I was doing. And I was including so many things outside of Beachbody. Because remember, I didn't even know what the heck Beachbody was. I didn't know Fixate was a thing until like 2 or 3 months into coaching when someone showed me. I'm like, oh crap, that's cool. So then I shared that. But it was really about just being real and telling my story and getting results and letting people see that. Things were going great. My first 3 months as a coach, we went into January, 80-Day Obsession launched last year. I had a huge month. And then we came upon Team Cup month. And I'm competitive. And I was like, listen, I want to be on the top team. My coach is a top 10 coach. Put me on your team. We're going to go all in. Let's crush this. Let's do this. I'm in. I was pumped. I hit Success Club 10 the month before. And that month, everything changed. That month, I became so worried about hitting Success Club, about getting people signed up. I became that salesperson that so many of us are afraid we're going to become. Every other post was, here's this deal on Shakeology, buy this from me. I did a free group, which had done well before, but every post in there was about a deal to sign up with, and it changed. And so I had to have this moment where I'm like, okay, now what? You're putting in all this time and effort. You're not getting any likes on your page. Nobody's joining your free group. If they did, they're like, this lady's trying to sell me on stuff. I'm out. So I sat down and I'm like, well, you have 2 choices. You can keep going with this business, or you can sit down and figure out what it is you have to do to keep moving forward. And I took one look at my son and I'm like, no, failure is not an option for me in this business. I see other people doing this. I can do this too. So I'm like, what made you successful in the beginning? Where did you see good results? It was in providing value and content and not worrying about signing people up. So I did what every good coach should be doing, and maybe I was not doing it very well. I went back to my clients and I said, what do you need help with? Where are you struggling? And they wanted help with meal prepping. I'm like, great. I freaking hate meal prepping, but okay, let's do it. And let's do it fast and quick because I hate to do it. So I went out, I made this killer meal prep. I did it in an hour. My clients loved it. And I'm like, well, let's share this. Let's not keep this with my clients. Let's do a free group centered around this and see what happens. So I made the post and it went crazy. I ended up having over 40,000 reach. I had 400 people in this free group, and it clicked. Ashley, you have to give to people first if you want them to trust you. You have to provide that value and content and let them see what you have to offer. And you don't have to try and sell them on stuff. If you be you and you share what you love and what sets your soul on fire, it's going to be contagious. And they're going to want to come join you because of that. So it really put into motion that sense of giving first in this business if you want to get back. And so at any time in this business, where now I feel like I'm struggling, if I need to 10x something, I 10x what I give to people. So my business slowly started to grow. I had managed to hit Diamond in February of last year. I had a couple coaches underneath me, but it was pretty much people who I helped get to Emerald so I could hit Diamond. And if you would have asked me last year at this time, I was an Emerald, or I was just a new Diamond. My coach actually did ask me, what do you want to be at the end of the year, Emerald or Elite? And I looked at her and I'm like, which one's better? I don't know. I didn't know. And that's okay. Like if you're sitting here and you don't know what this stuff means, that's okay. If you are in this for the right reasons, if you are providing value and content, those things will come naturally as your business goes. Learn what Success Club is, hit that every month, and learn for the next rank that you're working towards, and those things will start coming naturally. We went through spring and our Diamond retreat came up, and then I almost didn't go. And the weekend before, I'm like, well, let's go. And it was a game changer in my business. When your upline tells you, so Carolyn tells you, go to Summit, go to Diamond retreats, they're good for your business, listen to them. It's like one of those trust things. Like when they say sign up your spouse right away, sign up your spouse right away. They know what they're talking about. So I went there and that started me getting new coaches. They're like, wow, this is a real thing. She got to go to this sweet house and like get all this stuff. I'm intrigued. So that helped move my business forward in that regards. Then came Summit not too long after. And again, I wasn't going to go. And I ended up going again the weekend before. My husband and dog went and sat in a hotel room so I could go, and hands down a business changing experience for me. And all these little things started adding up. I was realizing you have to provide value and content, get to live events. I ended up reaching out to my upline after our retreat and said, I want to co-host your fall retreat with you. I did not have the coaches underneath of me to do this, but I knew that that would be a step out of my comfort zone. And if I reached out to her to make it happen, I would. And so I kept that in the back of my mind. I focused on finding coaches. We utilize free groups a lot to get coaches. And the way I do that is if I have a rock star challenger who's doing really well, I reach out to her and say, hey, I have a free group next week and would love someone who I know is going to be consistent and post in this group. You're doing so great. Would you mind hopping in with me? They hop in that group. They do that. They do my giveaways. They participate because they're already working out and doing good. And it's so simple to say, hey, you know you're doing everything I do as a coach, right? Do you want to check out my sneak peek and just see what it's like? You might as well make an income for what you're already doing. And so that is how I started to recruit some of my coaches. We went through the summer and I did not have any diamond coaches. I had some that were doing good. We started focusing and talking about the retreat in October, and that kind of planted the seeds for a couple of them. I went into October. First, I was a one-star coach with my own account. So I grew my husband to diamond over the summer, and I was managed to pop 2 diamonds to get to that retreat, and I had one more on the way. So we were sitting at like 4-star, and I'm like, well, that's pretty good. That's not too bad, right? Premier's good. And I had a coach come out of the blue, and it was someone I knew, and I looked at her, and she came in October. I'm like, our team is one person away from hitting this huge goal. Would you be willing, if we circled around you and supported you, to go all in with us and make this happen? And she said yes. And we made the decision to go for Elite in October, and we made it a team effort. I struggled as a coach knowing what Elite meant for my team. I knew what it meant for me. I got a nice bonus. I got the recognition. I got the title. What did it mean for my team? So we made a goal, and if we hit it, we were going to go on a retreat together, and we are. And I just emphasize the importance of this is a team effort. Every single person on the team matters. If you're a new coach and you hit Success Club your first month, guess what? That matters. If you're hitting Success Club every month, it matters. If you hit Diamond, it matters. Like, it's a team effort, and no part was not as important. We came together as a team, and we really made it happen as a team. We all supported each other. If someone had a post and they were nervous about it, we went and commented on it. If someone needed more participation in a group, we just were a challenger in their group and helped in those regards. And by the luck of God, we made it happen. On Thanksgiving, we hit 5-star, and we held for the 6 weeks. We dropped a little bit, but I knew it would happen because we did the crash dieting of getting to Elite. Like, we just made it happen. But now I see what's coming in for my team. They are getting access to amazing coaches like yours through Roundtable who are giving talks on my team. We are getting all those resources, and I have grown as a leader. I had access to a top 10 coach who gave me everything, hands down gave me everything. But I knew if I wanted to be a leader in this business and I wanted to make a team and a business for myself, I had to step up and do that for my team, and I had to be that person. So going through the year, I was just one step at a time, always going for the next level, never getting comfortable with where I was, and always focusing on growing. If there was anything, I'll walk you through my 7 tips, and I'll kind of elaborate on them. But really just having fun in this business and sharing what sets your heart on fire really was the missing piece for me all along. So I'm going to walk you through my 7 tips and kind of the things that I think were hands down the most important to success in my business. First of all, you have to get results. Like, I know we talk about, like, these are vital behaviors, but you have to. If you want someone to see and buy this stuff from you, they got to see that it works. So if you've already got the 6-pack and you're toned and you're happy with where you are, cool. Get a mental transformation or dive in and find some way to grow and change because of this business. I was very lucky and blessed to get into the Transform 20 test group. And if any of you got into Morning Meltdown, do not waste that opportunity. But you also don't need to be in a test group to create that sense of the excitement around it. You can do that with any program. Heck, you can start a 21-day fix and pretend like it's the newest hot thing in the world, and people who don't know Beachbody aren't going to know any different. But make sure you get that before and after, because I think that was really important for people trusting me and seeing that this worked. Invest back into your business. So if you're wanting to grow a 6 to 7 figure business, you got to put something back into it. You can't expect to just, show up and post on social media and have everything cool happen. Some people get lucky. I'm certainly not that person. So what do I mean by that? First of all, your time. So running free groups, providing value, providing content, that's a way to invest back into your business. And I do think that from what you make, you should put a small percentage back into it. This does not have to be crazy amounts of money. I found things that I saw were growing my business and I invested into them. When I first started, Facebook was still the cool thing. So I invested in training to know how to run ads and to know how to create engagement. That's not really the cool thing to do now. So maybe you don't want to do that. But when I do a free group, I offer $25 gift cards for people who do X amount of workouts in the free group, and that helps create engagement. That $25 investment, hands down, creates a huge difference in my business. That $25 gift card, if I sign up one person, I've made that money back. Giveaways on my page when I was first growing, I would send out samples of Shakeology just to create engagement, just to create people trying my products. I did a ton of that stuff just to get eyes on my page. That is not a big investment. I would probably send out 2 or 3 shake samples a month and I would hands down always get a sign up. So that's a $4 investment. That's nothing. Find little ways like that to grow your business and to give back to it. I talked about this already, but give first. Anything that I need to grow my business, I 10x it. And I have a really good example for this. I did this on purpose. I created this test for my coaches a couple weeks ago. So I like to do healthy food remakes. That's something I enjoy cooking. I like to make food taste good. And so I made this really good cinnamon roll recipe and I put it on my page and I said, hey, this is a recipe that all my clients get in our virtual recipe book. Throw an emoji below if you want to sign up. I was asking them to purchase something first to get the recipe. No one, crickets, no, nothing on my post. Okay, so I did it again the next day intentionally. I said, hey, I've had so many of you asking me for this, just drop an emoji below and I'll send you the recipe. So they did, started to get tons of engagement. When I sent them the recipe, it was in a newsletter that had upcoming events about my team and challenge groups. The recipe was at the bottom. You're at least gonna scroll through my stuff if I'm gonna give you something free. And I ended up getting 3 signups from it. But I gave to them first. So I wasn't out there trying to trick them into anything. I just wanted to say, hey, you want my recipe, you're at least gonna scroll by here and see it first. And so that's what I mean by just making sure you give first. Next one is be consistent. And this comes in your workouts, this comes in your business. If you want someone to sign up with a year-long package with you, they have to know you're gonna be here a year from now. So hands down, no matter what happened in my life, I was always consistent and I was always showing up. And like I said, that goes for your business and that goes for your workouts. It's okay to have bad days and to slip up, but come right back and never let people go absent for a month. Stay there and let them see you're going to be there for the long haul. Have a plan and execute. So you're a business owner. The best thing that helped me figure out what I'm going to post, how to stay on track, how to not be all over the place is to write down a plan. And I know Carolyn does block scheduling and she's really good with that. So you guys are probably great on this, but having your month planned out really helps me with what to post. This week I have a coaching sneak peek coming up. So my really strong call to action posts are all about coaching. The rest of the day, my posts are just fun stuff providing value or content. Like here's a recipe, here's a kitchen tip, or here's my life. And then next week it'll flip because we're going to do a free group. So then my really strong call to action posts are going to be about exercise and joining my group. And then everything else is like fun, like, hey, this is coaching life. This is my real life. Never get comfortable. We talk about comfort zones all the time in exercise and pushing ourselves to the limit. It has to be that same thing in this business. When you get comfortable with where you're at, that means it's time to grow and try something new. So at first it was me just doing a challenge group and figuring out how to invite to that. Then it was, okay, I have to find ways to get coaches. Then if I have to find better ways to manage all my clients. My husband and I built a website, but it was step by step in my business. I didn't think too far ahead. I focused on the next task ahead of me and just took it task by task. Last and most importantly is have fun. Enjoy this business and do what sets your soul on fire. If you love to run, then run and help people run. I love now to do like hybrid calendars for my runners with Transform 20 and Lift 4, and the race times are improving. No, Beachbody has no running programs. I hope to change that someday, but if you love yoga, do yoga videos. find something that's unique to you that you love to do so you can offer that. If you love to cook and you love to meal prep, share that. If you hate meal prepping, that's okay. Find something else that you like to do and provide value and content that way. I think when we get into all these program launches and all these things are coming out, it's really easy to use those, and you certainly should, but make them your own. Make it unique to you and what you love to do, and sprinkle those other things in too, because people are going to love that about you, and they're going to come to you because of that. This business, hands down, has changed everything for me. When I started, I was working full-time as a nurse practitioner. I'll tell you, my first days as a coach, I was running around a chicken with my head cut off. I just made it work. Now I am home full-time with my son. I still take call from home a couple mornings a week just to keep my license active. But the first month in this year, so in January, I doubled my nurse practitioner income. And I totally give that to providing value and content and just being real and open with people and doing those vital behaviors, sending those invites. I struggled to invite, so inviting to free groups is how I make that work. Providing value to my coaches, personal development, obviously, and just being proof that this business works and sharing the good, the bad, and everything else that goes along with that. So if you guys have any questions, if any of that is anything you guys want me to dive in deeper to, I am happy to. But just know anything in this business is possible. Everybody else is out there doing it, so why not you?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So that newsletter that you mentioned that you sent out with the recipe on it, was that just something you asked for their email address for, or was it like a PDF, like, or a screenshot or something you sent them?
So I use MailChimp, and there's actually, when you send out your email, you can do a URL link. So I just send them that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I never knew that for the longest time. So now I just make my own newsletter to myself and use the URL link to just send it. You can post it, and I'll post it in my Instagram bio too, and my link tree, so that way people can see it there too.
That's cool, because then usually when I send from that, it comes through as spam, so people probably don't even see it. So that is really helpful. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
I was muted, sorry. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that. I was taking notes as well. I always take notes on all the calls. But I did have a question come through. I don't know if she's still on here. She asked me to ask you. So when you were talking about how you made Elite happen at the end of the year, and you said you kind of all came together and you all made it happen and everything, what are some specific tangible things that you did that helped that happen? Because I know a lot of times we'll hear you did it and this is how this happened, but what specifically did you actually do? Did you do group chats? Did you do a group? Did you do a push calendar? What kind of things were you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So we did all of that. I started getting really into messaging. And so I put my 5 or 6 people that were going for Diamond into a group message. I was checking in with them every single day. Every single day in our team page, I had a countdown till Thanksgiving. So we were doing the countdown, and I was providing value to them and encouraging them to, if nothing more, provide more value to their customers. We did a lot of groups together. So we did a lot of free groups. We did 1-day groups. We did meal prep groups. We did anything and everything we could to get people in and see what we had to offer to them. And it really just came down to, as well, me stepping up as a leader. We started doing weekly team calls, which I wasn't doing before. I mean, I didn't have a huge team underneath of me. So I'm like, listen, let's do this. And we were hopping on team calls once a week. And really, I think I just stepped up into that leadership role, which was the push that I needed. I was trying to. When you're a new coach, you might not have a lot of people to get on a team call with, and that's okay. But it really pushed me to do that and make sure I was providing those resources for them. Because before, we were a part of our big team page, right? We had group calls just like this, and my coach was leading them. I took the initiative to step up and do it, and I think that they took ownership in that too. Because now it just wasn't about that big team goal. It was about us, and we were a small team, and we were close-knit, and I think that that meant a lot to all of them.
Did that help? Yeah. I'm looking. Is she still in here? Yeah, I think she's not here.
If that was me you're talking to, then yes, I'm here, and that was perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. You're welcome.
I have another question.
Yeah, go for it.
How often do you run sneak peeks, or how do you, when you have like a new coach sign up, what is your like strategy for, if someone says they're interested in coaching after you send the invite? Do you send them to like a third party type tool? Do you send them to like a group, another free group, or what's your process for that?
So I normally do 2 live sneak peeks a month in their Facebook groups. I'll keep the videos up until right before my next one so that there's something always there for them to watch. They're an Instagram person who has no Facebook. I do have a set on YouTube that I keep there. So that's normally where I direct them to. I find good luck through that. We've also tried like mentorship groups where we do like a 5-day group once a quarter where they can try out coaching. We've done those too. I think my sneak peeks tend to get the best results for that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? No? Yes? Let me go through the chat really quick, see if there's anything in there. Don't see any more. But if anything does come up, I will message you and I will get them to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and thank you so much for being on this call. It was really awesome to hear from you, and I'm excited to see what your team does this year, and you guys continue to grow and become 2-time elite. I'm sure that's one of your goals. And will you be on the cruise? Will we see you on the cruise?
No, we were actually planning to be pregnant, so we won't be on the cruise.
Okay.
So we'll be at Summit.
Yeah, well, we'll have to touch base at Summit and catch up, see how things are going.
Sounds good.
Great. Thank you again. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.